On India Today, we are breaking a big story on Dawood's Dubai empire and the extent to which the underworld don micromanages every single business decision taken on his empire based out of Karachi. The Karachi-Dubai audio tapes coming up exclusive on India Today.
चला कर मैं मालूम करवा लूंगा और कोई डिमांड आ रहा है बिल्डिंग का मार्केट की क्या पोजीशन है
It's often been said that Dawood Ibrahim runs his flourishing business empire in Dubai sitting out of Karachi. While this is something that's featured in multiple reports of the Intelligence Bureau and the Research and Analysis Wing, it's never been confirmed by Dawood himself because Dawood Ibrahim and his brothers constantly deny this charge. My colleague Arvind Oja has been able to scoop exclusive audio conversations of Dawood Ibrahim's calls with his key business operatives in Dubai. Calls which show the extent to which Dawood Ibrahim sits in and weighs in on every single major business decision. So it's not as if he's sitting behind some high walls in Karachi cut off from the rest of the world. This man is active, he's in charge, and he's taking calls on a moment-by-moment basis. Sit back and watch this India Today exclusive filed by Arvind Oja.
He might have cloistered himself at his White House in Karachi's Tony Clifton district. But that hasn't impinged on Dawood Ibrahim's ability to expand his business empire. From Singapore, South Asia to the Gulf, and to as far as Europe.
ठीक है चला कर मैं मालूम करवा लूंगा और कोई डिमांड आ रहा है बिल्डिंग का
एक दिन छोड़ के कोई ना कोई आता ही है अभी 3 और बिल्डिंग अभी जैसे 7 बिल्डिंग्स बिकी है और 3 बिल्डिंग्स की और इंक्वायरी 6 बिल्डिंग्स की और इंक्वायरी चल रही है लोग आते हैं रोज कोई ना कोई आता है मिलने बिल्डिंग के लिए
अच्छा
मैंने एहसान भाई को बताया कि हमें आज एक्चुअली वो रीरा से कॉल आया था लैंड डिपार्टमेंट से
India Today has cracked the mystery. A compelling evidence of how the internationally wanted Don continued to advance his commercial enterprises across continents clandestinely. For the first time, the underworld crime lord is heard himself, divulging his massive business operations in Dubai, his nerve center in Asia and the Middle East.
मार्केट की क्या पोजीशन है
अभी तक तो सही है मार्केट स्ट्रांग है अभी इस महीने में हो ये रहा है कि अच्छा माल लोग बेच नहीं रहे
Yes, this is Dawood himself, speaking with a man called Yasir, his business agent in the UAE. This about his Benami real estate ventures in Dubai. Investments in someone else's names to hide the identity of their real investor. Dawood Ibrahim, a global terrorist and India's most wanted, operates secretly. That's how he micromanages his hidden international business fronts from his Karachi safe house.
बिल्कुल कह लूंगा पहले इसको अकाउंट भी खुल जाए और वो ट्रांसफर का मामला भी तो मैं इसको अकाउंट दूसरा वो ट्रांसफर वाला मालूम कर लूंगा कि हो सकता है कि नहीं।
दो चीजें सबसे जरूरी है कि वो हमें एस्क्रो अकाउंट नंबर देगा, और दूसरा जो उनकी रिवाइज ड्राइंग्स है हर बिल्डिंग की, वो दुबई म्युनिसिपैलिटी के स्टैम्प के साथ दे दें।
सही है।
Dawood Ibrahim discussing one of Dubai's dazzling neighborhoods. Sophisticated apartments, townhouses, decked with stunning pergolas. Al-Khail Heights is minutes away from the downtown. Evidence accessed by India Today points to Dawood Ibrahim's possible investments in this luxurious project. Launched ostensibly by a Dubai-based real estate group around 5 years ago. Intercepts from Dawood Ibrahim's phone call in 2014 to his agent Yasser in Dubai. Now in India Today's possession. The Dawn is heard taking briefs about every detail of the high-end project. From bank accounts, municipal permissions, advertising, media plan, ownership on paper, to buyer inquiries. Listen in first to Dawood Ibrahim's startling admission. His secret stakes in Al-Khail Heights, developed locally by a company called Texture.
मैंने इरफान भाई को बताया कि हमें आज एक्चुअली वो रीरा से कॉल आया था, लैंड डिपार्टमेंट से, कि लिंकेज जो ये अल-खिल हाइट्स वेस्ट है, दरअसल सिटीस्केप में हमारा स्टैंड भी था इस बार, उसमें हमने अल-खिल हाइट्स के पोस्टर लगाए थे बड़े। तो आज उन्होंने फोन किया और कि आप ये अल-खिल हाइट्स बेच रहे हो, तो मिराज की तरफ से हमें कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, तो कल अब हम डॉक्यूमेंट्स लेकर जा रहे हैं।
तो मिराज ने डॉक्यूमेंट तो आप लोगों ने दिया है ना?
जी, मिराज से टेक्सचर को दिए और टेक्सचर से हमने लिए। वो तो इशू नहीं है, लेकिन उनको फॉलोअप, उनको मतलब उनको जाके वहाँ जाना जरूरी है। इंशाल्लाह ये अकाउंट मिल जाएगा तो उसके बाद कहने से।
टेक्सचर पर कोई ऐसी कंडीशन तो नहीं थी ना कि तुम तुम्हारे नाम के अलावा किसी को नहीं दे सकते?
नहीं, ऐसी कोई कंडीशन नहीं थी, बल्कि मिराज ने टेक्सचर को ऑथराइजेशन लेटर दिया, जो टेक्सचर आगे बिल्डिंग ओनर्स को ऑथराइज कर सकता है माल बेचने के लिए।
सही है।
Dawood examining progress in securing an escrow account for his Dubai front. Barely 4 years ago. A safe holding tank in real estate transactions, an intermediary account for buyers and sellers to place their funds while they complete property deals. You also heard how Dubai's land authorities reached out to his agent to demand documents for proposed sale of Al-Khail estates. Now listen into Dawood discussing advertising and media plan for the same housing project.
ये क्या हुआ एडवर्टाइजिंग का?
एडवर्टाइजिंग का एग्रीमेंट तो मैंने साइन कर दिया। वो मीडिया प्लान जो है वो साइन किया अभी मैंने, तो अब उसका जो आर्ट वर्क होगा, जो डिजाइनिंग होगी, फिर वो डिजाइनिंग हमने मिराज में सबमिट करेंगे अप्रूवल के लिए।
ठीक है, उसमें पहल का नाम आएगा?
उसमें इरफान भाई से ये जब उनको मीडिया प्लान का बताया था, तो उनका ये कहना है कि डेवलप्ड बाय मिराज, अल-खिल हाइट्स, ओन्ड बाय टेक्सचर होल्डिंग, और किसी का नाम नहीं डालेंगे। बस अब ये है कि वो नंबर डालना जरूरी है। इंशाल्लाह उनसे
फोन नंबर लो।
जी, फोन नंबर 0800 वाला डालना पड़ेगा।
Dawood identified nowhere in the project. Two of the UAE's leading real estate companies shown as developers. That's how the wanted international criminal concealed his Benami stakes right under the nose of UAE authorities. And this is how Dawood Ibrahim took regular updates about potential buyers in 2014.
और कोई डिमांड आ रहा है बिल्डिंग का?
एक दिन छोड़ के कोई ना कोई आता ही है। अभी 3 और बिल्डिंग, अभी जैसे 7 बिल्डिंग्स बिकी है और 3 बिल्डिंग्स की और इंक्वायरी, 6 बिल्डिंग्स की और इंक्वायरी चल रही है। लोग आते हैं, रोज कोई ना कोई आता है मिलने बिल्डिंग के लिए।
अच्छा
भाई, आप भी कह रहे थे ना कि आपके भी कुछ जानने वाले हैं जो बिल्डिंग में इंटरेस्टेड है।
हाँ,
आप उनसे कह सकते हैं।
बिल्कुल कह लूंगा। पहले इसको अकाउंट भी खुल जाए और वो ट्रांसफर का मामला भी, तो मैं इसको अकाउंट से दूसरा वो ट्रांसफर वाला मालूम कर लूंगा कि हो सकता है कि नहीं।
Straight from the horse's mouth, the underworld Don has himself revealed his underhanded financial deals. High time the international community tightened the news around D Company's global business empire. With Arvind Oja, Bureau Report, India Today.
So this is the first time you've actually heard the underworld Don giving commands to his operatives in Dubai. You also see the web of companies that's been built to ensure that none of this can be traced back to Dawood Ibrahim. In that conversation, he's very particular about knowing what's the name that will go out in the advertisement. Nobody should know that this project is actually being financed and run by Dawood Ibrahim. For perspective, I'm joined by two people who've seen the underworld in Mumbai at close quarters. YC Pawar, formerly of the Mumbai Police, also with us. Shantanu Sen, former Joint Director of the Central Bureau of Investigation. Divyesh Singh is our correspondent in Mumbai. I want to go across to Shantanu Sen first, because in this audio conversation that Arvind Oja has accessed, you can hear Dawood Ibrahim very carefully, in a very guarded fashion, giving instructions and also following operations on a moment-by-moment basis. It isn't as if he's put in the money and that's where his involvement ends. He's actually seeing when are the ads coming out. He's actually seeing how many people are coming in to buy. This is a fully functional chief executive officer, even though he's one of the world's most wanted men.
Yes, I saw it. And in spite of all the efforts, I saw the photograph of Dawood Ibrahim from the days that he was watching cricket match in Sharjah. Even today, his latest photograph is not available to anyone. He has hid his identity well. I've heard his voice before on tape. And this voice, I don't know whether it was his or not, but it was older, definitely older. And I'm sure our agencies also are recording his messages. They did it in the past and they're doing it now. So whatever information you have, maybe it's already available with our intelligence and research agencies. What is the real question for me?
Pawar, as somebody who's tracked the underworld very extensively over decades, what do you make of these audio conversations where Dawood Ibrahim is in very close consultation with his head of operations in Dubai, giving instructions on how the business empire in the UAE is to be run? Mr. Pawar?
Yeah.
Mr. Pawar or me?
Yeah. I am not willing to buy the story that he is talking, because he need not have to talk all these things. He has many people who can fly to Dubai and come back, because I don't think that he will get caught unaware. One. Secondly, if at all this conversation was recorded in 2014, By this time, the agencies must have decoded it. They might have found out, and if there was some truth, they would have probably seized the property also.
Okay, let me put that question to Arvind Oja, who's been speaking to sources in the intelligence agencies. अगर 2014 की ये कॉन्वर्सेशन है, वाईसी पवार पूछ रहे हैं, तब तक एजेंसीज ने उसको जब्त क्यों नहीं किया? अब तो हमारे यूएई से अच्छे ताल्लुकात।
देखिए, लगातार इस तरह की भी खबरें आई कि जो दाऊद की दुबई में, लंदन में प्रॉपर्टी सीज हुई, लेकिन अब तक जो हमारी जानकारी, अब तक कोई प्रॉपर्टी सीज नहीं हुई है। और लगातार दाऊद पर जो एजेंसीज हैं वो उनके फ़ोन कॉल इंटरसेप्ट करती रही हैं और कई एविडेंस भी हैं, बॉलीवुड से लेकर जिस तरीके से इंडिया टुडे के स्क्रीन पर आप देख पा रहे हैं कि दुबई में किस तरीके से डील करता है वो
कह रहे हैं कि एजेंसीज अगर ये इंटरसेप्ट कर रही है तो कर क्या रही है इन्फॉर्मेशन? क्या
देखिए, मुश्किल ये है कि अगर इंडिया में कोई जो दाऊद इब्राहिम की प्रॉपर्टी थी तो पिछले दिनों मुंबई में नामी हुई, लेकिन आप अक्रॉस द बॉर्डर अगर आप दुबई जाते हैं तो वहां पर काम जरूर चल रहा है। लेकिन फिलहाल तक की अगर बात की जाए, एविडेंस काफ़ी ढेर सारे हैं, लेकिन अभी तक कोई प्रॉपर्टी सीज नहीं हुई है। काम जरूर चल रहा है। जो इस तरह का एविडेंस है, जो आप ऑडियो कॉल सुन रहे हैं, अब तक आप ये सुन रहे थे कि यहाँ पर प्रॉपर्टी है, वहाँ पर प्रॉपर्टी है, लेकिन दाऊद इब्राहिम ग्लोबल जो टेररिस्ट है वो किस तरीके से जो दुबई का सिस्टम वो अपनी जेब में रखता है, वो इस ऑडियो कॉल।
शांतनु सेन, आई थिंक दिस इज अ गुड पॉइंट दैट वाईसी पवार मेक्स, दैट देयर इज very little achieved by recording these conversations unless we're able to act on them and seize these properties, unless you can wind up, shut down forcibly his business empire in the UAE. What is coming out of all these transcripts and all these recordings? Why are we not able to do that, Mr. Sen?
You see, Dawood Ibrahim's gang has been followed up, I see from the reports. Recently, Takla was caught. Other agents of Dawood Ibrahim also have been caught. But this man, Tiger Memon Dosa, they are under the protection of the ISI. They live lavishly in Karachi. And Government of India has often been given information about how to get them through other means. In the Israel method, Government of India shows no interest. They say we are a democracy, we can't follow those methods, and if the method fails, it will cost us heavily. So I don't think there is any real attempt by our agents, whether it's the CBI, RAW or the IB, to make any attempts to seize his properties. And I remember when we were investigating him, we did seize his properties in Bombay for the first time, because after all, when CBI took up the investigation, then Dawood Bhai had become a criminal. Earlier, before that, he was not really looked upon as a criminal. He had visitors from India visiting him in Dubai and Sharjah. His box in Sharjah was packed by visitors from India. Businessmen from India used to visit him. He really became a criminal after the 1993 Bombay blast. And then an attempt was made in coordination with Bombay police to really get after him. His properties were seized, but it took years to auction them. His influence was so tremendous, nobody dared to even buy his properties.
So what I'm going to do is take a very quick break. I'll bring you part 2 of this India Today investigation. We've been able to also exclusively access images of Dawood Ibrahim's nerve center in a plush building in Dubai. This is where the meetings with Dawood happen over a video conference. India Today is putting out CCTV images of that nerve center in Dubai for the first time. We'll get you that story when we come back on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us. Dial Dubai for dawn. Let me now bring you part 2 of this India Today special. Divyesh Singh in Mumbai has been able to access a CCTV clip which shows Dawood Ibrahim's nerve center in Dubai. Several gangsters, terrorists, underworld operatives who need to speak to Dawood Ibrahim do not do so directly sitting here in India. Rather, they prefer to go to Dubai and from there make the call to Karachi. Joining us now is Divyesh Singh. He's got more details on this nerve center. What can you tell us? Where is this nerve center located? Also, how do we know that this building is actually where Dawood Ibrahim runs his Dubai operations from, Divyesh?
Rahul, this particular office is a sea-facing office in the Al Hamria port of Dubai. This office is particularly used and operated by Anis Ibrahim, and people from Mumbai people from other parts of the country who work for the Dawood Ibrahim gang, who run operations of this gang in the country and also overseas, they visit this office particularly. This has been told to us, this has been cited by investigation agencies also. The Maharashtra police has also found out about this, and also this has been found out that several such people who still operate, still work under the same persons, the same gang, they reach out to this office if they want to establish any contact with the Don, with Dawood Ibrahim. Also, if there is any visitor, there is a person from Mumbai who needs help from Dawood Ibrahim, he reaches out to this particular office, goes there, calls are made to Dawood, and then the communication happens.
In the context of India's improving relations with the UAE, are you hopeful now with these CCTV images coming out, the India Today telephonic conversation, that some action can be taken, that Dawood's Dubai operations can be wound down finally? Mr. Pawar.
Yeah, what is the question?
My question is, now that India seems to have better diplomatic ties with the UAE than earlier, are you hopeful that we could shut down some of these business enterprises that Dawood has running out of Dubai?
Yeah, probably that can be done, provided the information, whatever you are telling is the right information, because I still have a doubt that Dawood Ibrahim generally, as I know his modus operandi, does not talk directly on telephone so that he doesn't get caught unaware. He converses between through his henchmen, through his agents, not on phone but personally. In indirect ways, he does not do that.
Okay, but the fact is that multiple sources in India's intelligence agencies who are tracking the Dawood files very closely and personally at this time, not in the past, at this very moment, are telling India Today that these audio conversations are indeed audio conversations of Dawood Ibrahim running his business empire in Dubai. This is where I thank my guests. The first time we put the story out, we'll keep building on this, bring in more reactions and get you a lot more when we come back with Gaurav Sawant at 8:30 p.m. on India First. Later, I'll be following up to the story on the newsroom at 10 p.m. Stay with us. Our continuing coverage on this big story. Dial Dubai for Dawn.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.